13 miles from central Paris, now surrounded by suburbs, is the magnificent 18th century chateau and park Champs-sur-Marne. Imagine being an aristocrat living in Paris in the 18th century. You would build yourself a huge chateau, a palace with magnificent sculptured gardens, perhaps modeled on those of the French kings in Versailles. This is what Charles Renaud de la Tour, treasurer of the Extraordinary of War, began in 1700. Unfortunately, he used money he pilfered from the government and was arrested, and the half-finished mansion was confiscated. It came into the hands of Paul Boisson de Beauvoyer, a wealthy treasurer and secretary of the Royal Council of Finances of King Louis XIV. He bought it in 1703 and spent 4 years having it finished. However, he suffered the same fate of de la Tour, arrested and having his estate confiscated. In 1718, the Princess de Conti bought the chateau and gave it to her cousin, the Duc de la Vallière, whose son, Louis César de la Baume le Blanc, initiated extensive decorations. Then came the French Revolution of the 1790s. The estate was seized and the furniture sold or carted off. For the next 100 years, the chateau sat empty and forlorn. In 1895, the famous banker Louis Cahen d'Anvers took over the restoration, purchasing furniture to match the 18th century decor. In 1935, Louis's son, Charles, donated the property to France. For the next 40 years, the chateau was used to receive heads of state, including Charles de Gaulle, who slept in this very bed. One of the most remarkable rooms is the Chinese salon, using chinoiserie decor, popular in the mid-19th century in France. These figures were all hand-painted under the guidance of Jean-Baptiste Hewitt. In this view from the back, one can see the 2 main floors topped by guest rooms at the top. In the basement are servant quarters. Initially accompanied by 600 hectares of agricultural land, gardens, and hunting forests, 85 of the acres remain today. The current layout is the 1895 work of Henri Duchesne, a famous landscape architect. When visiting Paris, take an afternoon visit to the Champs-sur-Marne Chateau and grounds at 31 Rue de Paris. Please subscribe to my videos and visit my website.